Are you ready for a new operation?
Yeah, winner. This one's not going well.
Do you require support?
No, they're gone. Let's go.
Investigating disturbance. Protect at all costs. Protect allies are not limited.
You've been looking for DedSec. Why's that?
Too right. Chuffed at how you've been kicking Albion's arse all over the borough. And I got some information that could turn the tide. See, Albion runs this clinic called a realignment centre. Runs some dodgy experiments out of there.
What do you mean?
They mess with people's brains. Had a mate who'd take the piss out of Albion every chance he had. Came out of there a different bloke. Week later, he was dead. Killed himself.
Jesus, that's awful. Makes me want to realign a few Albion faces. Where are we heading?
Renewal therapy. Run the place out of the walkie-talkie. If you get word out of what's really going on in there, I know the people here would rise up against Albion.
That's terrible. Can't promise nothing, but we'll have a poke around.
Here's a shocking turn. There are no public records for Albion's realignment centre.
No kidding.
However, the building plans show the clinic can be accessed via the penthouse. Going up.
All right. You made your point. Please, no more. That's a cold. Oh, I could do this for hours. Where's your smart mouth now? Still! Come on, easy.
I swear, if that thing flies in my face.
Somebody fix that drone. I've hardly started, darling.
They're not just going to let you walk into their illegal brainwashing clinic. Hack a CTOS box and let's have a look inside.
This is worth Get loads of
Stand there and watch them get You know, I can't stand it.
Look at that. Love it.
Right, yeah.
Let's get nosy then.
Absolutely, but our best bet is to find some security footage. Expose that Albion have been brainwashing people in here.
You will forget what you have
But it's not enough for Albion to control what people do. Now they have to control what people think. It's fucking horrific.
That kind of mucking around the old noggin can drive a bloke mad, like it did my mate.
Let's find the information we need and then a way to shut down this place.
Albion have been experimenting with behavior modification through electroshock, hypnosis, and drugs. A little more rigorous than a night out at the local. Keep looking. Listen to this. Patients experience total loss of appetite and intense hallucinations, but conditioning has been successful with reapplication. So, this is an ongoing treatment. Who wants to sign up? That's the footage. Ready to go?
Not until we burn this place down.
Right. If you can get me past their firewall, I think we can put an end to renewal therapy in this borough of London. Now, how are you supposed to bypass the security network all the way out there? If only you could fly, like a bird. Oh, or like a drone. Hack a drone, Vicky.
Grand.
That'll do it. My, they've really gone all out on this one, haven't they? Just get through that firewall and we can put this clinic out of business.
bollocks.
Breathe, yeah?
There you go. Don't need to clash.
For posterity.
There's a name I can't fucking pronounce. Always keeps the curtains drawn. Comes in and out. It's
This is worth getting.
Why does this always
Oh, I'm gonna want to remember this.
Now the pleasure. Has a name I can't fucking pronounce. Always keeps the curtains drawn. Goes in and out. It's flat. That flat. Where's his red gloves? Say hello. The most antisocial business being done. Oh, he's a fucking hitman.
Burn down, that's what I told you, yeah. The whole damn thing. I showed up one day.
You could use a suit.
Sort of run one other bloke
see what I'm... Goes in and out of his flat. Susie, what?
Done. You should get out of there before anyone notices.
Trying my patience.
Hey, champions.
Run like this time.
Free, yeah?
So busy.
We are here.
Beautiful. They'll have to shut down that clinic now. No one will have to go through what my mate did again. We're with you in this fight, DedSec. Albion are gonna get the short end around here from now on. Bugger me. We owe ya.
Well done, Tim. We did it.
I'd be well chuffed to spread the word about that. Thanks again.
And just like that, Albion has been eliminated from this borough. Well, maybe not totally, but at least you've shown everyone around here how to wipe up the filth. Well done.
We were supposed to be here that day. Thank you, dodgy pub filled. I'd be lying here dead with the rest of them otherwise.
What I don't get is all this security walking around. What are they guarding an abandoned building for?
Just what I was thinking. What am I looking for, Bagley?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
take this down. The Tone bombing presents us with an excellent opportunity. Once we've taken full possession of the site, it gives us a good vantage point on the Thames and provides us with a cover of activity to mask some of our own higher risk activities.
What was that? Worthless!
Got ya!
He's looking to automate our jobs, mate. This is no joke. Director Cass? Are you serious? Who told you that? Friend over in R&D. The shit he's told me about background checks and knowing who's going to be useful to Albion, who's going to be a problem. You that worried about your job? This is a PMC. They already do background checks on all of us. Oh, you don't get it. He was talking about the general population, not just us employees. How bad is it that everyone has to be watched that closely? Well, look around. It's fucking bad. And Cass is going to do what he has to keep it from getting worse. Suggest you do the same.
You hear that?
Oh, shit!
Don't let the tithead get away.
Moving on, there's nothing here. I know you're here somewhere. Oh!
Let's have a look around. Over there.
Ah, yes, another one.
What the fuck? This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Something's completely mangled it. Christ. What's it doing there?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction. Perfect. 2 more data relays to go. One more data relay and I'll have it. That should do it. Now I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... Got it. Go back to where you found that spider-bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
Grand.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You bought the payload? Fuck, think we'd go back for you? Don't trust the Kelly dog.
Kelly? Wait, as in Clan Kelly? You're telling me those gangster fucks had something to do with all of this?
Looks more like the Kellys were acting as a supplier. This was a handoff.
So, who was it they were meeting? It didn't seem close. Maybe 0 Day?
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking.
Bagley, can you work out who was running that spider-bot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the spider-bot is broadcasting. And while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
So the bloody fuzz was watching this go down.
reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
We don't have some kind of quantum tunneling device in the shed somewhere, do we?
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but spider-bots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Good idea.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Grand.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
0 day.
Hurry. We've got other deliveries.
So you were hired to supply all the targets? That's it. We're all on need to know.
Fuck me. So 0 day was using a bunch of groups to pull off the bombings.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. 0 day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction, but if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider bot, maybe they could tell us more. Tracing the Spiderbot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
So the police were onto the real bombers, but they kept their mouths shut for some reason. Doesn't add up. We don't have all the facts yet.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
Where can I get...
Christ. Albion's taking this place over like a fucking parasite.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatized goon squad, just take your business across the street.
Didn't think I could feel bad for the English police. But fucking hell.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spiderbot will be further in.
Someone's messing with the doors.
Bagley, is this a spider bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of spider bot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you ID the last user?
Navigate the spider bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
I'm on it.
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This spider bot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. Buggery fuck, would you look at all this junk? You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
they couldn't be trusted to do their jobs. Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the same police force we've had for who knows how long. They try and find it, streets like a business. Crime will never go away. Now we've had this, right? So help Albion and our best interests are hard.
You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
Got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Fine.
You hear that?
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
A secret location? None of this makes sense. We better go check it out.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
My fault. Sometimes I fucking love this job.
The GPS history of the Spiderbot we recovered regularly pings these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
It's remote. Good place to fly under the radar.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Now to find the way in.
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside.
Well, tiddle me bollocks. It's like a wee little cop station here. What's it doing, I wonder?
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
Sure, I'm with you. But what were they working on that would lead them to the town bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So, Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
This is all starting to come together. I knew Albion were grade A cunts, but working with Clan Kelly gives them something to hide.
It seems like 0 Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
They're taking people off the streets. 0 Day or not, we have to do something.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the queue. We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 Days DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's DedSec. This is kind of personal team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
Shit. Well, good news it is. Deportees aren't leaving the UK. They just chuck them in the EPC and then they look the other way.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.